these on for...
So this is the end of the total contact
this
portion.
This is the end of the total contact.
Cast
so
for that patient. Okay.
This
Placement
is the
of the total contact
like
cast.
just, okay. We'll do another one. Okay. They're going to do one and teach you how to do it. So, Paula has another leg. That has a wound.
That works out for us.
So, now, let's pretend this could be anything. A total contact, a fracture cast, a battle cast after a frame comes off. The gist of what he wants after a frame comes off, when he says, I want plaster and fiberglass, what he means is, as good of a total contact as you can do in the situation you're in the room. Really mold. You guys have more than one person there. So one person rolls, the person who's molding, you pretend the roller's not there. You don't care about them. You get your hands in there, you mold that cast in. You do basically this, and then do what I'm going to do now. So this outer shell is for a battle cast, a fracture cast, a walker on a total contact cast, okay? So if I knew that I was putting this plate on, my first web roll would have been a plantar plate. But because I was just doing a total contact, I didn't do that, and then you add one kind of afterwards for the toes. So you need a toe extension. So this needs to come out. And it could be deeper than the cast because we're going to rocker bottom it. We're going to add something to the bottom. So we put an extension out that's far enough that it's going to be okay on his toes, and then just tack it on. Jesus, this is hot. Okay? And then we're going to put the outer thing on now with fiberglass. I like 4-inch. If the person's tiny, you want to use 3-inch. That's cool too. Whatever floats your boat. If the OR brings you 2-inch, good luck. Whatever you got to do, what you got to do.
We used 2-inch the other day. He was like a 3-year-old, and the 2-inch actually worked the best. Like
on the 3-year-old.
Right. Because I thought I would get like 3-inch, but the 2-inch actually worked the best.
It would be a problem on you, however. Okay, so fiberglass. A couple things about it. They tell you if you're putting it right on a leg, don't pull it tight. That is correct. It will tighten, it stretches. It will strangulate. If you're putting it over plaster, who the heck cares? Pull it tight. All you're tightening is the plaster. It's not going to push that hard cast in. So you might as well get it well molded, make it look nice, because this is the extension of someone's person. They're going to have this cast on for however long. So the first thing you do is the plate. And the reason is, the gist of it is you want to make it like a rocker bottom. So when you put the plate on, closest to the foot, everything else you wrap around it adds levels below the foot, enhancing kind of a rocker bottom construct. When you wrap the plate, you start with a long piece of fiberglass, and don't zigzag it back and forth, because then if you let it go and it falls, it goes. Circle it on itself, and that way if you drop it, it only falls one thing. You can kind of catch it, put it back together. Start small, so wrap a couple times small, and then wrap bigger. The construct you're getting, if you watch my hands, is you're small in the middle, you're getting bigger. It's thinner on the outside and thicker in the middle, which gives you a rocker bottom kind of construct. So, for time, if you opened this fiberglass and left it somewhere, it would harden. It would take a really long time. I could not dip this in water and put it on your leg and it would harden. It would just take a really long time. But you have some time to roll it and do things with it before you dip it. If you dip it and then try to roll it, you kind of have a mess going on. So you don't want to be doing that. How is your cake?
Good.
So we're going to roll it first. So I'm going to start kind of small. And then make it a little bit bigger. Fold it out a little bit further. This one's like an old sticky one, sorry. But see how it's coming? A little bit thicker in the middle. Just be a little patient with it. So you're left with a kind of a thicker middle and a thinner end. Your roll comes off the top. And then when you push this on, you're going to start rolling. So you have your roll off the top. And dip, same thing with this. Wait till all the bubbles come out. You could squeeze the heck out of this though. That helps kind of make it stickier. Give it a good squeeze. We'll clean up this one when we're done. Okay. So it has to come out kind of under where your toes end. And then you take your, thank you,